I don't like to be yelled at during the show. Okay? We're on the iciest segment in all of sports, Mahomes Mountain. Right now, we're at the end of our climb. We're 5 days away from the summit, and only 2 quarterbacks remain. Every day is a new challenge. A win on Sunday might get Drake and Darnold on the spot in this newest edition of the mountain. It's a special Super Bowl Veterans edition of Mahomes Mountain.
You been busy lately or something, bro?
I don't want to do you know what I want to be? A cartoon character anymore. How about that? How about I don't want to have people in my mentions yelling at me because a rodent in the middle of Pennsylvania said there's going to be 8 more weeks of winter. That's not actually me. Maybe I just want to give cogent analysis.
Buddy.
This is it. This is now that the Patriots are
this is unbelievable.
You were fine being that guy when they were terrible.
I'm not asking you to do the whole AI stuff.
Yeah. Well, Gianno.
But I was
AI.
This is
you just seen the AI thing. They're like, hey, did you see the AI? My head turns around like The Exorcist, and I'm looking at my own rear end. True story.
I want to see it.
Then
no, it's not fine.
At least put on the goggles.
You put on the goggles.
I'm up doing the work.
What's the work? Best quarterbacks. Joe Montana.
No. This took a long time.
It shouldn't have. I could have done it in 2 minutes.
Tom
Brady.
I'm aware of how much time we have.
Dusty is pulling his hair out.
Because
Dusty's not the
meeting.
Here are the guys amazingly. This is just based on your Super Bowl performances.
Wow.
These guys between them. Brew, you've already seen it.
That's Jackson Blake.
But I'm still.
How do you have an
that's
IMDb
shocking.
page?
I mean, look at those games, coach.
These guys have been to 12 Super Bowls between them. They've won 5. They are not on the mountain because here is the truth. And it's also a reminder for if you are considered the star quarterback, and those guys obviously all were the engine behind your team, it doesn't matter how well you play in the Super Bowl if you win it. People are just like, you won these Super Bowls.
That is true.
They won 6 Super Bowls between them, pardon me. But here are their numbers in the Super Bowl. John Elway, 5 Super Bowl appearances. 3 touchdowns, a 59 passer rating. Peyton Manning.
8 picks.
Yeah, 8 picks. Peyton Manning, 4 Super Bowl appearances. 3 touchdowns, 77 passer rating. Big Ben, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 picks, 70 rating. So again, all-time legendary players, not legendary Super Bowl performers, which brings us to our 6-row, 21-player Super Bowl quarterback mountain. Bottom row, please. Jalen Hurts, in his career, 109 passer rating, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1-1 record. Brett Favre, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, this close to being a back-to-back Super Bowl champion. Elway and the diving, spinning first down denied him that. Russell Wilson, a 117 career passer rating. He would have been, I have no idea how high, if not for the 1 interception he threw in his Super Bowl career, was a game-losing interception to deny himself a back-to-back. Aaron Rodgers, just 1 Super Bowl win ever, but 3 touchdowns, no picks. Drew Brees, 1 Super Bowl win ever, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And the one person on the mountain, coach, who did not win a Super Bowl, Jake Delhomme, the greatest performance in a Super Bowl loss, playing an all-time great defense.
Both our safeties got hurt in the 4th quarter.
Okay, coach. You won the game.
Special team.
Coach,
it was some
he
stat
threw
padding
for 3.
going on.
It wasn't the stat padding. The Patriots needed a field goal at the gun to win. He threw for 320, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 114 rating. It's a testament to you guys.
Eugene Wilson and
Coach,
Rodney Harrison both got hurt.
From you. Jake Delhomme made
let's just put it into context.
Row 5 are one-timers, but man, oh man, was it amazing their one time. Steve Young, 350 yards, 6 touchdowns, pretty good. Phil Simms, damn near a perfect game, 88% completions, 3 touchdowns, a 151 rating, highest single game rating in Super Bowl history. Nick Foles, KW and I were looking at it today. 3 passing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, a kind of bad merchandise statue outside the stadium notwithstanding.
Still.
Joe Flacco, part of an all-time playoff heater culminating in a 3-touchdown, 124 passer rating Super Bowl. And then Doug Williams, 4 touchdowns, 340 passing yards, 128 rating. They all only played in one. They only need to play in one.
Yep.
They were all-time performances. Now to the top 10. Eli. Couple of the greatest throws in Super Bowl history.
Oh, yeah.
That throw to Mario Manningham.
Yep.
Obviously, people remember the helmet catch one, but the Manningham throw was the really unbelievable one. 2-0, beating the greatest player of all time in both of them, including denying an undefeated season.
Yeah.
Jim Plunkett, who played in 2 Super Bowls, won them both, had 4 touchdowns, had no picks, had a 123 rating, and is kind of just forgotten in NFL history, to be totally honest.
Not a great career outside.
Right, but those Super Bowls pretty damn great.
Yep.
Troy Aikman, 5 touchdowns in his 3 Super Bowl games, 1 interception, undefeated, and Kurt Warner, who really is a couple bounces away from potentially having 3 rings.
Yeah.
And in those, he played in 3 Super Bowls and averaged 385 passing yards across 3 Super Bowls. Threw a 70-yard touchdown to take the lead with 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl against Arizona. Obviously, was right there with you guys.
He had a pick 6, didn't he, in that?
Well, you know what?
And he's 1 and 2,
then
right?
Then 7 touchdowns if you include the pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6.
And yes, 1 and 2. 1 win, 2 losses. I was just saying, was a couple bounces away from potentially being 3-0. Row 3. Terry Bradshaw. First 2 Super Bowls, he didn't have to do much. He was obviously did much throughout the year, didn't have to do much in this Super Bowl. Last 2 Super Bowls, they needed to score points. They scored some points. He's 4-0 in Super Bowls. Bart Starr, 2-0 in his 2 Super Bowls, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Roger Staubach went to 4, won 2 of them, 8 touchdowns in those 4 Super Bowls. And now the top 3. Joe Montana, a perfect 11 touchdowns, 0 picks in Super Bowl games. And Patrick Mahomes, who is second most all-time in Super Bowl history in touchdowns, yards, and Super Bowl MVPs. And then, of course, atop the mountain, Tom Brady. He's been to 10. He won 7. He's most all-time in literally everything, except for sneakily, not most all-time in interceptions. Elway has that distinction. So most all-time in everything good, not most all-time in the one bad thing, even though he's played in 10 of them. He is atop Mahomes Mountain, Super Bowl only edition. Coach? It's a great mountain.
I love the Mahomes Mountains that you've been putting together, in the playoff run, and this is another good one.
Thank you.
I actually, I'm moving Eli up.
Oh, wow.
And you talked about the fact that the idea of a heater. That first run, okay, so they beat Tampa Bay on the road. Then they go and they beat Dallas, who was the number 1 seed. They were the 5th seed, which is the first time that ever happened. Then they go to Green Bay, and they beat Green Bay in overtime to go to the Super Bowl. Then they deny New England an undefeated season, which is amazing. His second run, so he's the MVP of that game. His second Super Bowl was the same thing. They had the worst record of anybody in the NFC that year, and they beat Atlanta pretty handily. Then they beat
15-1 Green Bay.
15-1 Green Bay in Green Bay, and they're the defending Super Bowl champs,
Yes.
I believe, that year. Then they go to San Fran. They beat San Francisco in overtime. Then they beat the Patriots again. Now the Patriots are only 2.5 point favorites, I think, in that game, as opposed to the 12.5 that they were in the first game. He was an MVP the second time. And look, I'm a huge Roger Staubach fan, but he was 2-2, and he was MVP one of those 2 seasons. So look, the idea of saying anything negative about Roger Staubach, I don't.
But you just want Eli.
I'm not, but I do think Eli's runs is pretty
So
unique.
here's I guess the one. So the Super Bowl runs graphic is instructive, and here would be the one distinction, because Eli does have an argument to be higher. And I'm not even trying to be like smart aleck here. It really is purely how you performed in the Super Bowls themselves. So Eli, like toughest, best paths to a championship, or that would then incorporate going to 15-1 Green Bay, all the road wins. This one now, what helps
does
Eli?
Have 2 MVPs.
No, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, which is noteworthy.
And I think the eras too, where the Dallas Cowboys, there's no free agency, they were able to keep that group together. They had so many Hall of Famers on that team. I think there's something
No,
to
that's
say for
fair.
that,
Listen,
too.
that's where it's parsing a bit on my end. Eli could have been up there. The tie, honestly, might have gone for me. Kind of have all the old timers on one row. It kind of made more sense. But I understand what, like I guess nobody's really going to argue about Bart Starr. I mean, Brew watched him, but aside from us, I was going to say Brew.
He covered the game.
Yeah, Brew, go ahead.
All right, since I did see these games, I have a lot of corrections.
You can't have a lot.
And I hate to do this because I'm the first guy that called him Jordan.
You can't be against
I'm the
Mahomes
first
on
guy that said he was the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
I know it.
But I am moving Patrick Mahomes down
Terry Bradshaw.
and Terry Bradshaw up.
He loves Terry Bradshaw. We know
Because look at the numbers.
Wait, you're moving Mahomes down to the 4th row?
Yes, and I'll get to
Okay.
that. But Terry Bradshaw up. Look at the numbers. Bradshaw 4-0 versus 3-2 in the Super Bowl. Passer rating demolishes it. Touchdown to interception in Bradshaw's favor. Yards per attempt almost doubles him. Yards per game, Mahomes got that. And completion percentage.
The reason the yards per attempt is so high is Bradshaw's first 2 Super Bowls, he completed 9 passes in each of them.
He has some of the most
really good
iconic
passes, though.
throws to Lynn Swann and John
His
Stallworth in
first
Super
he
Bowl
threw for
history.
96 yards.
Look at the numbers, Nick.
I
Look at the passer rate. They were not a passing team. And he still was awesome. And then look at this. Look at his regular season numbers. This is why I compare him to Jalen Hurts. Look at the improvement in the Super Bowl. And Mahomes has actually declined in every single category in the Super Bowl versus regular season. Bradshaw improves in the regular season or in the Super Bowl.
That
passer rating is 40 points higher. Mahomes is 14 points lower. Every single thing, touchdown percentage, interception percentage, yards per attempt, passer.
Can I do my Mahomes defense, or do you want to go further before I go?
Well, this is where I'm at on Bradshaw. I'm gonna tell you why I'm dropping him the fourth row though.
Yeah.
So because Mahomes has had some bad Super Bowls, most notably his last one. But so that's Bradshaw. I don't think it's even an argument that Bradshaw should be higher. This is hard to see, but I got Mahomes down to 4. My third row is Aikman, who was 3-0, Bart Starr 2-0, and Eli 2-0. And again, all of them have Mahomes whipped in passer rating, in touchdown interception ratio, in yards per attempt. He's up there in yards per game.
Are 3-1.
Mahomes' touchdown interception ratio is not impressive.
Here's I guess what is impressive, and why I think having him on the 4th row is
he's done more. He was more impressive than Troy Aikman in Super Bowl.
Bro, he has more Super Bowl MVPs, certainly.
It's not just about MVPs. A lot of times that's
but there was.
It's not just about Super Bowl MVPs.
But every Super Bowl MVP Mahomes has won. You have been on the air the next day.
That's fine, but he also lost 2 Super Bowls and was terrible in the last Super Bowl. And there's 2 losses, he was bad.
Well, I think he was bad in one of the Super Bowls, the last one. I don't think he was bad in the other loss, but that's fine. But this is why. So here's Mahomes' career numbers in Super Bowls. I don't know how he's first, second, or third.
He's been to 5. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Yards. I mean,
what Super Bowl MVPs? He's 9th in rushing yards. He's a quarterback. And yes, going to 5 helps you when we're evaluating who the best Super Bowl quarterbacks are if you've been good in 4 of them. So if you want to have Bradshaw ahead of him, I think Bradshaw ahead of him is, I thought you might go there, and I think that's legitimate. I think saying Aikman or Eli were better Super Bowl quarterbacks than Patrick Mahomes, I think is great.
Eli beat Tom Brady as a 12-point underdog, made the plays, made the throws that got it done, like miraculous throws.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would have Mahomes over Eli.
Because I think Mahomes...
Just in the Super Bowl.
Right, and Mahomes in the Super Bowl had twice double-digit comebacks against the league's #1 defense. Has led 3 game-winning drives in the Super Bowl. Has the second or third most everything in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so I just think he's one of the.
He's probably up there in the interceptions too. Most
I think
interceptions.
he's right with Brady. Yeah, I think he's probably third.
He's got more than Brady.
Yeah,
Brady played in
7.
twice as many.
Go ahead, KW.
I just want to focus on this year's Super Bowl. Do you see a scenario where Sam Darnold or Drake May can crack this list. Because I was out of.
Definitely.
I wanted to go. The reason why we were looking up Nick Foles, coach, is I was like, oh, it'd be great to knock Nick Foles off of this list. Not going to do that.
No.
I don't think either guy is going to do that. Jalen Hurts just played outstanding. He also has had, let's see, he led the leading rushers from the last 5 Super Bowls. Okay, so he was the leading rusher in the last Super Bowl at 72. But who do you think is the most vulnerable outside of Delhomme if you see Darnold?
I'm not sure who I think the most vulnerable is, but what I will tell you is that entire 5th row are guys who only ever played in 1 Super Bowl.
Right.
And so one all-time
fifth
great
row,
performance can get you, you know what I mean, on there. Like
But those guys.
Foles we can't get to.
You could get to Flacco.
Flacco maybe. Phil Simms is completed 88% of his passes. Passer rating 151.
Yeah, no, it's the highest passer rating.
All
and
those guys
completion
were
percentage
incredible.
ever.
Yeah.
I'll just take the win, I decided.
Yeah, don't worry about how.
But I'm trying to get on the mountain. Just take the win.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.